Wait, I might want to change my shirt though. It's fine.
I'm putting that in because you go, oh, bye. It's funny.
No, I'm not doing that. Can you get out? Bye.
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 Leave.
Wait, do you want to buy?
No.
Oh. Love you.
Love you. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Seriously, go. Oh my God. Okay. It's gonna be kind of hot. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought it would be fun to show you guys my everyday makeup. This is kind of the look that I do every single day. Obviously during quarantine season, I don't really wear makeup like this every single day, but if I'm doing my makeup, I'm gonna go all out, and so I normally do a full face like this, and I do lashes and everything. So yeah, I also don't have my lips on right now, but I'll show that all. So yeah, I wanted to come on with my makeup done first so that I don't look super crazy to scare anyone. But yeah, this is what the makeup turns out. So if you want to see the products I use and how I do my makeup every day that I do it, then keep watching. Okay. All right, so I'm ready to get started. I have my coffee here with me. This is the whipped coffee everyone is talking about. It's super good. If you guys want me to show you how I make mine personally, I will do that in my next vlog. But anyways, yeah, when I'm doing my makeup, I usually have like a scrunchie on hand if I need it, but normally I just like tuck my hair behind my ears and do my makeup. I have a couple breakouts right now. I think it's because I'm trying out a few new skincare products, so that's probably why I'm breaking out a little bit, but don't worry. With the makeup that I use right now, I don't have an issue with covering up my stuff. So okay, so this is gonna be my everyday makeup routine. I have a lot of makeup, so I have like a rotation going, and I like to use a lot of different products. But when I say like my everyday stuff, these are like my ride or die products that I love. So let's get started. So the first thing I do is put on chapstick. This is Coconut Pear by Burt's Bees. I think this is probably like one of my faves. So the first thing I did was I already applied the Clinique moisturizer because I washed my face and all that. And then I'm gonna go in with some primer. My all-time favorite primer is the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. This is what it looks like. It's the cutest packaging and it's the best primer. It's amazing if you have dry skin, so I'm gonna just go ahead and start off with this. I also, if I'm wanting to fill my pores, I love Benefit Professional. I also love the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and I'd say I use the e.l.f. one more often though. Also, this smells amazing. Next, I have really dry skin, so I'm gonna spray my face with the Wet n Wild Coconut 3-in-1 Primer Water. This is amazing. I'm gonna let that kind of sink in. Also, I already have my Real Techniques blender makeup sponge wetted down. I have owned the Beauty Blender before. I really like it. I don't think it's worth $20 though, unless for some reason you can get that on a like half off sale. I probably would just buy the Real Techniques one. It's super good. I know e.l.f. has a really good one, and so does Morphe. So you definitely don't have to spend $20 on a face sponge. They all relatively are the same. Okay, so this is the foundation I've been loving recently. This is drugstore as well, so it's pretty affordable. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth foundation. I'm in the shade 120 Classic Ivory. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on, and I'll just dab it with my fingers. Taking my sponge, I'm just gonna start to blend this in. And I pat in my foundation. You don't want to smear it. You're gonna get more coverage if you pat it in. And this, as you can see, it's already covering up my pimples and just evening out. This isn't the exact color as my skin, but it does match my tan, my self-tan that I use, so. And if I need a little more, I'll just add a little bit more. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my sponge. But yeah, I love this foundation. And I'll also show you guys in a sec my other fave foundations. And I always, because I have blonde hair right now, well, my natural hair color is not blonde, but the majority of my hair is blonde, so I do make sure that I pull back my hair when I'm blending in my foundation and doing bronzer and stuff, because I don't want the blonde to get the makeup on it. It will stain, so just a heads up. But I like how this covers. Obviously, I'm going to add a little bit more concealer, but I do really like the finish of this as well. It is the one for normal to dry skin, so it's a little bit more luminous and hydrating than like the other formulation. But this is such a pretty foundation. I love it. All right, just real quick, I'm going to show you guys my other favorite foundations. So I don't have it with me right now, but I ran out of it. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear foundation. That one is amazing. That's my other favorite. Also, I love the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. Amazing. I love this foundation as well. Super glowy. I also like the Dream Urban Cover by Maybelline. Also this one, which I think they discontinued this or they repackaged it because I cannot find this anywhere. But this is the Dream Satin Liquid foundation from Maybelline. I don't think they make it in this small packaging anymore, but also I'm looking forward a lot of the time because my mirror is right here. But yeah, those are just a couple of my favorite foundations. I also love the Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation. That one's super full coverage. It's amazing. When I had really bad acne, that's the one I used and it covered everything up. So if you have more acne, I would definitely go with the Clinique one. Next, for concealer, I use the Tarte Shape Tape. Mine is in the shade Fair Neutral. This is just the best concealer ever. I think I'm almost out of this. That's okay. I have another one. I always have another one on deck because this is just the best concealer, but this does last like literally forever. But I put on a lot of this. You do not need to use this much. I love this concealer. I put it underneath my eyes in this like somewhat triangle form. And then I put a little bit on my nose as well. And then on any pimples that I want to cover up. And I also take this on to my eyelid as well, just to kind of even that all out. Also, you're welcome. I took off my nail polish that was all chipped. I have bare nails. I really want to get like a gel kit, but they're super expensive, or like dip, but I just don't want to pay for all of it. Let me know what you guys are doing for your nails right now. Like, are you doing them or did you just give up? Because I normally get acrylics, but obviously the salons are closed right now, so I can't get my nails done. I kind of have been enjoying them kind of short though. It's easier to do everything for sure. So I have two loose face powders that I really like right now to set my concealer. I either use the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder or the one I'm going to use today. This is the Pacifica Translucent Matte Translucent Setting Powder, and it's the Cherry Velvet scent. It has like a little netting in it, kind of like the Glossier Wowder. It's cool. So I just take my sponge, kind of tap out the creases under my eyes, and then I'll dip right into the netting and grab powder on my sponge. And then I'll just set under my eyes. I really like this powder a lot. And I'm also going to set my nose and also where I get like my smile lines right here. I don't bake though, just because I already have really dry skin. If you have oilier skin, I would definitely bake, but for me, my skin is too dry. Also gonna set my eyelids. Okay, and then I also like to set my entire face with pressed foundation powder. This is not necessary, especially if you have dry skin, but I just really like it. I feel like it makes my entire face look really blurred and flawless. So I have two that I really like. I like the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Powder Foundation. And I also like the Kind is the New Pretty, the Shape Tape Powder Foundation. I'm going to use the Shape Tape one today, and I'm almost out of it. I'm going to take this on an e.l.f. kabuki that is not clean, so don't judge me. I'm just going to set my entire face, and also I'm going to bring this down the neck just so that everything blends. All right, so my base is done. It's pretty full coverage, so I'm going to go ahead and now I move on to brows, which I am like looking for my brow pencil. Oh, here it is. So normally I use this. This is the Anastasia Brow Wiz in soft brown, and this has the spoolie and then the pencil on one side. So I'll just spoolie out my brows. My brows kind of take me a while, but I'll basically just show you maybe one. So I first start on the arch, and I'll just kind of define the arch, and then down, kind of draw my tail in. I have really sparse brows, so I really have to work a lot to get my brows to how I like them. But I'll just kind of fill that in a little bit. And then I'm going to go underneath, kind of draw in where I'm missing some brow hairs, and then the front. Then I'll just kind of flick up in the front. That's basically how I do my brow, so you can definitely see the difference for sure, but it's not anything too crazy, I feel like. Looks pretty natural. I'm gonna do the other eye, and then I'll be back. Okay, I finished my brows. I spent way too long trying to make them look even, but this is my bad brow, so this one always turns out way better. I feel like everyone has their good brow and their bad brow, but that's my brows. And then I don't set them yet. I'll set them after I do my bronzer. So for bronzer, my absolute all-time favorite is the Hoola by Benefit. So I'm just going to go ahead and bronze, and I use just a fluffy Eco Tools. This is called the Full Blush Brush, but I really do like it for bronzer. So I'm going to go ahead and swirl in my Hoola, and I'm just going to go ahead and bronze up my face. I like a lot of bronzer. Their favorite brush for bronzing and contouring is the e.l.f. blending brush. It looks like this, and it's perfect for getting right there, and it's also good for the nose as well. So that's another brush I like. I'm also gonna take, actually, I didn't even do my neck. I also take this down the neck. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in on my nose. So I'm gonna take that blending brush I showed you guys, just dip right back in, and then kind of pinch the brush a little bit so it kind of fans it out. And then I'll just go down the nose. I also sometimes use a little eyeshadow brush. This is the brush I usually use as well. This is a BH Cosmetics fluffy brush, and I'll just also use this as well if I feel like it. Just kind of depends on my mood, whatever I feel like grabbing. And then if you ever feel like your bronzer or contour looks too harsh, you can always take your powder brush and kind of go over it. But I don't really mind it. I like to look super bronzed. Next for blush, I have a lot of favorite blushes. I'll show you a few of them. I love the Milani Luminoso blush. This is what it looks like. It's super pretty. It has a really pretty sheen to it. I also really like to use the California blush by Benefit. This is super pretty. It's very similar to Luminoso. It just has, I don't know, it's very pinky, and it has some shimmer into it as well. Super flattering. So today I'm going to use Luminoso just because it's like the best. And I use this brush. This is the Multitask brush by Real Techniques. This is my favorite brush to use for blush. I love a lot of blush. And I kind of put it everywhere. I also put it on my nose, and a little on my forehead, and a little on my chin. See that pretty sheen? I don't know if you can, but it's super pretty. So putting it on my nose. Blush everywhere. If you don't like that, you can skip it, but I think it just adds a little something. Something. All right, now that I've put All right, now that I put blush literally everywhere, I'm gonna go back and just gel my eyebrows, because I forgot. My favorite brow gel is the 24-Hour Brow Setter by Benefit. First of all, look how cute this is. Second of all, it's amazing. It literally is what it says. It holds my brows for, I don't leave them on for 24 hours, but they stay on for as long as I have my makeup on, so it's amazing. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this, and it smells so good. All right, brow gel is on. Next, I'm gonna spray my face before I do highlighter, and my favorite spray has been the Garnier Skin Active Soothing Facial Mist. I use this literally every day, and I'm just gonna set my face. I use a lot. Two of my other favorite sprays are the Anastasia Dewy Setting Spray, and I also like the Morphe one as well. Okay, so after that's set down a little bit, but still a little wet, I'm gonna go in with my highlighter. My fave highlighter right now is definitely the e.l.f. Glow Gleam Beam highlighter palette. This is what it looks like. It's super pretty. And I basically mix all the shades together except for this one. This one's kind of like nothing. Like, it's not that pretty, but the rest of them are really, really pretty. And I'll just kind of swirl my brush in all of that. This is super affordable. It's like 10 bucks and it's amazing. I'm going to take this brush to highlight. This is not a highlighter brush. It's a contour brush, but I don't know why. I really like it. It's also by Real Techniques. It's super pretty. And it's the number 4, in case you're wondering. So I'm just gonna swirl everything together. Apply this. Ooh, look how pretty. I apply a lot. Okay. And I put this everywhere. I put it on my, literally, I put it on my cheekbones, on my cupid's bow, chin, down the nose, on the tip of the nose, and my forehead. Literally everywhere. I'm crazy. But it's fine. I mean, it looks so pretty, right? So I accidentally highlighted my pimple, so my pimple's highlighted too. Now everyone can see it. So after that, I spray my face again usually. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. And then once this dries, I'm gonna move on to eyeshadow. If we're gonna be real, usually I'll just do my bronzer. So the Hoola bronzer, I'll just throw into my crease if I'm like in a rush and I don't really care, or I'll use my blush that I used and I'll put that in the crease. But lately I have been doing a little bit of eyeshadow. This is the eyeshadow palette I really, really like. And this is the Kylie Jenner, I think it's called Sorta Sweet palette or something sweet palette. And this is what it looks like. The first thing I'll do is, usually I'll just apply everything with like one brush because I'm lazy, but you could definitely use different brushes, but I'm just going to use this one. This is the Real Techniques. I love Real Techniques brushes, clearly. This is the domed shadow brush. This is awesome for like all over the crease and lid shadow situation. First color I'm going to use is called Cookie Dough. I don't know if you can see that, this one. And I'm just going to, these are a little powdery, but just tap off the extra powder and put this in my crease. And then I'm going to take the color right above it, which is called Rose, this pretty color, and take that kind of in the same spot that we took the first shade, and just kind of add some dimension. Not really. What are we doing? We're just kind of mixing them, I guess. Very glowy right now. Used a lot of eyeliner. And just like take your time blending if you're doing eyeshadow. I think anyone can do eyeshadow as long as you're taking your time to blend. That's what I think, at least. These colors are really pretty. Some people think the Kylie eyeshadows are a little bit like patchy, but so far I've not experienced that. The next shade I'm going to use, I kind of switch it up. Sometimes I'll use Berry Bite, but today I think I'm going to go in with Cocoa. I don't know if you can see that, sorry. Go in with Cocoa. Kind of just stamp that on my outer corner. And as long as you're tapping off the extra powder from the shadow, you shouldn't have any fallout with these shadows. And I'm just kind of bringing it up into the crease as well and just starting to blend this in with the other colors we already put in the crease. But I'm keeping it in this outer area. I'm not blending it in very far. And obviously you can keep building that up if you'd like as well. And then just continuously gonna keep blending this. I'm gonna keep dipping back into those first two shades, Cookie Dough and Rose, and just keep blending. I think I just got some eyeshadow in my coffee, but that's okay. I'm still gonna drink it. And like I said, I'm being lazy and just using one brush, but you definitely can use whatever you want to. All right, so I'm pretty happy with how that looks right now. I mean, this is just everyday makeup, so I'm not going too dark or anything, but if you wanted to change this to like going out look, not that we can do that, but maybe you have a date on Zoom tonight, you could add a little bit more of a deeper shade. So Spice Plum is really pretty, and I would just add a little bit of that into the outer V to kind of deepen it up, and I'd probably add that to the lower lash line as well if I wanted to like spice it up a bit. So now that I have that blended to how I like it, I'm gonna take just probably my finger and just take the shade Glaze, just like a shimmery shade, and I'm just gonna tap a little bit of that onto the eye. Super pretty. You don't need a lot of it, honestly. It's super pigmented. Ooh, that's so pretty. I love that. And then just go back in a little bit with that shade Cocoa that we put in the outer corner, just to kind of bring that color back a little bit. We lost a bit of it in blending. That's basically the basics of what I do every day, but like I said, if I'm like running late or whatever, I'll just pop bronzer into my crease and call it good. So next I will do lashes. If you want to hide the lash band, I would use a little bit of liquid liner. My favorite liquid eyeliner is the Better Than Sex by Too Faced, and I'll just shake this up and add a super thin line on my upper lash line. And this is amazing. I really like this liner. I'm not gonna do a wing. I don't normally do a wing on like an everyday basis unless I don't have any lashes. So yeah, there is my liner. And my favorite false eyelashes, which I use every day, special occasion, whatever. They're just my favorite. They are the Ardell Wispies, just the regular Wispies. I also do like the demi ones, but these are the regular Wispies, and I do have them cut down a little bit. If I don't cut them down, they're just a little too long. This is my favorite lash glue. This is the Duo Brush On Adhesive with Vitamins. This is the one I love. Put this on both of my lashes, and then I wait for it to be tacky, and then I apply it. So waiting for them to dry. All right, so once I've let them kind of get tacky for a bit, I'm just gonna go ahead and stick them on. I also use a little pair of tweezers like this, and this just helps me kind of place them on the inner corner, and I get it as close as possible so they look natural. Well, not that they look natural, but more natural than not. You know what I mean. All right. So while my lash glue is drying, I'm going to go into this palette. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter Palette. I got this around the holidays, so I don't know if you can still get it, but you could definitely get them individually. And mostly I just use this light one. As you can see, it's very crumbly and well loved. So I like this for my brow highlight. I add a little bit to my nose, my inner corner highlight, and a little bit extra on my Cupid's bow. And I'm just going to use this little e.l.f. defining eye brush, and I'm just going to dip in. It's called Pearl, so in case you wanted to get just like a single of it. And I'll just apply that right to my brow bone. It's super shimmery and pretty. You could also use a matte highlighter shade as well. I just like the shimmer because I love to glow. And putting this on the inner corner too. I love this palette. It's super pretty. I think I only paid like 10 bucks for it, and you get all three of these highlighter shades, so I really like this. So after that, after that, everything is for the most part dry. And my all-time favorite mascara is the Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced. You can hate me, but it's my favorite. A lot of people don't like it. I don't know why. I think it's the best. And yeah, this is what it looks like. It's my favorite color, light pink, baby pink. And I'm gonna go ahead and just blend my real lashes with the fake ones. For my everyday makeup, I don't put anything on my lower lash line. I just like my eyes to look super open and wide, so I don't put anything on my lower lashes. But if you want to, and you still want your eyes to look super open and you want to look awake, you can put a little white eyeliner in your waterline. And I do that sometimes as well. All right, and that's my lashes done. And that's basically everything. The last step is just some gloss and setting spray. I'm just going to set my face again one more time with the Garnier spray. Love this stuff. Okay, and then I'm just going to finish off with my favorite lip gloss. Right now, it's the Kylie lip gloss in the shade Clear. Obviously, I use this a lot. It's almost gone. I'm just going to put a little bit of this on. Super glossy. Not too sticky though, so it's awesome. I love these glosses. And yeah, once I have put my gloss on, that's literally it for my everyday makeup routine. Obviously, that's definitely more steps than a lot of people do, but usually when I'm doing my makeup, I just want to do all of it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this. It was super fun to do. I love makeup, so if you want more videos, just let me know and I could definitely do them for you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day and thank you so much for watching.